Hey guys, we are going to give away a trip today. We just sold out our last OI draw for the Mexico fishing trip. Also going to introduce everybody to Lacey. She's our fishing consultant, and I've been trying to get her on a podcast for 6 months probably, and she's camera shy. So we're going to introduce Lacey. She's going to tell us, kind of her origin story. We're going to talk about the trip that we're giving away and draw the winner and hopefully get them on the phone.
Hi guys, I'm new to Outdoors International-ish. I've been a consultant with you guys for just coming up on a year now, but I've been hanging out with you guys, since like 2017, I want to say. I actually dated one of the consultants previously, and when you guys started back then, you just had a little bit going for the fishing. We started dating right as he did the interview with you, actually.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So we started dating, and then with all the outfitters that we sell trips for, one of us consultants always goes and checks it out. We don't just willy-nilly sell trips to just any outfitter. We want to make sure the boats are good, the rods are good, what they're advertising is actually true. So I was blessed to get to travel all over the world with him, checking out tons of the lodges and programs that we offer, and he continued on to be a bush pilot, and I called you last winter for this exact trip, actually, because I'd been there before, and I wanted to bring 6 of my friends, and it turned out that I hosted it, and you offered me the job. You kind of said, you know this gig more than anyone. You've been there. I've listened to him sell trips for, almost 6 years, so you're like, you know more than anyone. You've been all over, so yeah, here I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've been to, most of our fishing trips. You've been to Chile, Argentina, Mexico, Belize.
All over Alaska, a bunch of different trips.
Hunters, elevate your trophy game with Baby Booners. Transform your prized hunting memories into detailed, small-scale replicas. From danglers to Euros, shoulder mounts to custom designs, Baby Booners crafts each piece with precision and care. Perfect for your home, office, or as a unique gift. Visit babybooners.com today and keep your biggest memories always within reach.
I actually, and a bunch of us, we went on this trip for the giveaway. We went in 2022 with the crew of Outdoors International, and I had such a wonderful time. I've been jonesing to go back, and for the price point, fits my gypsy budget. So brought down a bunch of
bang for the buck. You
cannot beat it. And he just upped the prices this year, and you still can't beat it for an all-inclusive fishing trip. So I couldn't wait to get back, and brought 6 of my friends. 2 of your friends went. Scott, our other fishing consultant, he went with us back in 2022, and then he just also joined on the trip I just hosted. Yeah.
And you guys slayed too, right?
The first day we caught 17 sailfish between the 9 of us. And I'm the only one that had caught a sailfish out of anyone that went. So it was all beginners, all noobs. So it was really fun each day. I would switch each friend each day and kind of get to be with them, and coming back and listening to all their stories of them going nuts about catching sailfish was, especially because a lot of them caught them on fly rods.
Tell me about that. I've always been intrigued by that, but never tried it.
Yeah, when I was there with you, I tried fly fishing for them. I had a big sail come up and hit in the attractor and got my fly out, and it immediately whacked me while the guide is reeling in, getting everything out of the way, and strip. And it literally, Cory, it followed me right to the boat. But I couldn't strip anymore. I should have maybe figured 8, like I was pike fishing or muskie fishing, but I was blacking out. So I don't know what happened, but it lost interest and left. So that was my only time personally, me trying to fly fish. But yeah, the boys did great. They were using like anywhere from 12 to 16 weight rods, biggest rods you can use pretty much. If you are trying to fly fish, I would suggest bigger is better. So you have a bigger cork at the bottom for fighting it, so you're getting less worn out. Pretty much just throwing anything big and shiny. went and hiked around town and bought this stuffed mermaid toy. Because it had big hair and big bunch of flashy tail, and we tied a bunch of line and a hook to that, and we had a sailfish come up after that stuffed mermaid.
No kidding. That's fun. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, they crush it, and I think Scott even caught a marlin on the fly.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Awesome. What about Dorado? Did anybody catch? Patrick's the only one I know of that's caught a Dorado.
Yeah, I think we were there a different time a year where they're not as abundant, and we didn't try as much as we had previously, so we didn't. I think we only caught 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, explain how that trip works, what people can expect.
It's so wonderful because it's just so easy. You fly into Ixtapa Airport. You can fly to Mexico City, but I highly do not recommend doing that. Get yourself to Ixtapa. It's a small airport. Clearing customs is really easy. As soon as you come out, there's a shuttle driver with a sign that says your name on it. There's no confusion. It's not packed, so it's just super easy.
It's a nice little airport.
Yeah, there's no wondering, especially being somewhere else, you're always anxious and stuff, but there's no hiccup of you literally walk out the door and there he is. And the trip is all inclusive except for alcohol. So it's an hour 15 shuttle drive to the lodge. So at any point, just let your shuttle driver know and they'll stop and load up on alcohol and snacks. And if you do run out of alcohol mid-trip, there's a cute little convenience store, like a minute walk from there that you can go. And it's nice to give them business. It's a village of 100 people. So
yeah, it's real
Mexico. I mean, I had a bag of clothes that I was going to give to the thrift store, and I just brought it down and I gave it away to the ladies, and they were beyond excited. Any extra things you can bring fishing wise or to leave,
yeah, I always take a bunch of lures, and I learned that on my very first trip. Tara and I went. I think that was when you were there. That was your first trip there too, right? Yeah, and our guide, I don't think he guides there anymore. He had one old, worn-out lure. It was so tired. It was probably from the 70s. And we caught fish. We definitely caught fish. But, man, if we would have lost that lure, we would have been done.
What would he do, retire?
So, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So when I went back, I took a bunch of lures and just left it with them. And, yeah, I think everybody should do that.
Sunglasses are new.
It's a poor little fishing village.
Anything, even if you have old stuff in the garage that's rusty and crap, it is gold to them. Hats, doesn't even matter. Sun shirts, all sorts of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like an hour 15 drive in, and then once you arrive, the ladies are.
Don't they charge for the shuttle?
They do. It's $50 a piece each way. And you have to have 2 of you, otherwise it's $75. Also, when we just went, we stayed in Ixtapa for a couple days and got a little resort and did the touristy thing. So they will come get you in Ixtapa. It's like 20 extra minutes north of the airport, and that tacked on $30 to the shuttle. But it's not bad. Yeah, if anyone wants to go early or after, they will take you into town, not just the airport.
Tara and I did that too. After our trip, we went and stayed in a little resort. It was awesome in Ixtapa. That was the way to do it. Go unwind after fishing hard for a few days, and it was great.
I think we did it right doing it in the beginning because we went to an all-inclusive place and just got all the fun out of our system. By the time we got to the lodge, we were like tired and our livers already hurt and stuff. So.
Right. That makes sense
so we were rested up, and because it's, you leave at 6 a.m. Yeah, but so when you arrive, the ladies, there's 3 wonderful women there that take great care of you, and they're standing right there with margaritas, and the shuttle driver unloads your bags, and they have fresh ceviche and all the snacks waiting for you, and you kind of just get acquainted. And the lodge, there's 7 rooms, so 14 people, so it's small. Everybody's just hanging out. There's a little pool area. Since you've been there, there's 2 little bars right out front now. It's literally a 30-second walk right on the beach where one step back. Yeah, just just we're so close, but it's literally like a stone's throw. You can walk. It's a cute new little upcoming place, so that's fun. When you come back from fishing, have your appetizers and stuff that they have waiting for you, but then we would go down there and again give them business, and it was really fun. Yeah, we lucked out and had the lodge completely to ourselves.
I suggest booking it full.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
Taking a group and booking it. Yeah.
Really the way to go.
It wouldn't be so bad going, meeting some new people, but it's fun to take a little group.
Yeah, and I have a fun group. We travel all over together, and we're loud and goofy and having fun. So it'd be tough, to be there with somebody and try to, just for our group.
Tone it down. Yeah.
But,
what do you think? I think the lodge is great. Personally, I think it's nice. It's better than I expected. I've heard from a lot of people that they said that their wives would not have loved that trip. What's your perspective on it?
If you're looking for this 5-star fancy bougie place, this isn't the place for you, right? But that's also where the price point shows, right? But no, it's clean. The food is wonderful. I really enjoyed it. The chef that was there when we were there is actually still there. Yeah.
Good. Good food, I thought.
Great food. Yeah, and Scott, they caught, I can't remember what else he caught, a big something, I'm drawing a blank, but we came back and they cooked it for dinner for us one night.
Was it another Bono?
The big old, yes.
Big silver, beautiful fish. He caught another
he has
one?
The best luck.
Man, that's one of the prettiest fish I've ever seen, that one he caught on our first.
And it was delish.
It sure was. Tastes like lobster.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was awesome. Cool. I didn't know he caught another one. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what he does because he brings all of his own stuff, so I don't know what he puts on those lures to do so good, but he's not telling.
Cool. So the food's good. I think it's really nice. It's clean, like you said. The beds are okay. The beds aren't great. The water, when you take a shower, it's lukewarm.
Unless you get room 1, that's the hot one, and it kind of works its way down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
True. It's true.
But it's also so hot out, so you're not really craving this hot shower. So it's completely, yeah. But they have they have the outside shower as well, so where you can rinse your rods and stuff off. And we'd always rinse off after the day you're sweaty of 8 hours. They give you a full 8 hours of fishing out there, so we'd always just immediately degrunge outside anyway.
Yep, exactly. That's what I did too. It's not right on the beach, but the beach is right there. It has a beach view. You walk down this hill, 150 yards, 200 yards maybe, and just almost a private beach. I mean, there's hardly anybody there. But you did say that there's bars now.
There
the 2 bars on the beach.
There was one little bar we went to last time, and now it's just like an additional bar. It's just like a newer, but
okay, it's like that same one.
Yep,
kind of.
But I wouldn't say it was any more busy than when we were there this last time.
Okay,
same thing.
Yeah,
Private
it's awesome.
beach.
It's like a private beach.
Not much going on in the little village. It's just kind of for people that live there, and
in this little private cove, protected. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Not a resort, but old, real Mexico, and awesome.
And you can fish right from there. There's a little rock point that we hiked out to and fished, and I know Scott's done pretty well on his own, just going out after hours, or not in the morning because he leaves so early. But yeah, in the evening, you can go also try to catch something.
Kind of got cut off during, how you got started with OI. You were talking about you dated our last fishing consultant who now has gone on to become a bush pilot. You didn't really get into your gypsy lifestyle. Tell us about that.
So I grew up in a tiny little logging town in Idaho and always fished with my dad growing up. He treated me exactly the same as my brother, who's not much older than me. So I pretty much was my brother's shadow always. So if he got a fishing pole, I got one. If he got a dirt bike, I wanted one. I didn't want anything to do with girly stuff. So yeah, I just always was fishing with my dad and my brother. That in high school, a bunch of our friends, we just started fishing together all the time. And I would actually save my lunch money and not eat so I could buy smelt so I could pike fish after school. Which, yeah, I actually quit playing sports my senior year because I wanted to pike fish. Which, yeah.
I wanted to hunt in school, so I rodeoed because that was in the spring, but I didn't do sports because I wanted to be hunting, so I can relate to that.
Isn't that funny? I was like, no, I want to be out there. So I was dating this guy. Damn boys, apparently boys. So I was always big into fishing and he was big into fly fishing. So we started dating when I was like 15 and he took me up the St. Joe River there in Idaho and he would put a fly on my spin rod and I'd fly in a bubble so I could get used to watching it. And then I just started fly fishing and loved it. We got into steelhead fishing, throwing spey rods when I was like 19 or 20. And then him and I would travel around for years, fishing all over. We split up, and then I continued my fishing career. I just couldn't get enough of it. And that's kind of when Instagram started. So I was kind of one of the first girls fishing before it was cool, before it was so fancy and more of a, you know what I mean.
More of a fashion thing.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was just fishing all the time, and then I got a couple like loop rods, and a couple different companies kind of were giving me stuff, and it was awesome, and that was all so new to me. So that's kind of how I got in the industry. I was doing massage, working for a chiropractor, but fishing as much as I could, fishing every weekend. And my buddy had me come down to Ashton, Idaho, to fish the Henry's Fork so that I could get some filming done for Loop, and I ended up meeting one of his friends, and he was eating this giant burrito, and I was like, oh my God, I was kind of hungover, and I was like, I need a bite of your burrito. And didn't know the guy, ended up becoming great friends after that moment, and he was going to fish the South Fork Lodge, which is now Jimmy Kimmel's Lodge, I believe. There was a big corporate group, and he was going down there as a photographer, and he's like, come with me and just pretend like you're my photographer assistant. So I was like, okay. And I got to know the owner of that lodge, and he's kind of, what are you doing? I was like 25 at the time, and in order to work for their company, you had to take their specific guide school, which was way harder than I thought. And took the guide school, and they have lodges all over the world, so they place you after school. And he sent me to Alaska. And that's kind of how my love for Alaska started. I've been up there, for 10 years now, almost every summer. And yeah, I started dating that consultant, and we started fishing everywhere, and now I've just traveled and worked and bounced around working at tons of different fishing lodges and worked my way up, and I've been managing a couple lodges for like 5 years now. And yeah, now I'm working for you guys, and it's been a great transition.
I have no idea what you just said because I lost my, but it was still recording. So we'll just keep on going. What were you talking about?
Gypsy Life.
You don't have to rehash it. We'll just pick up where you were.
Well, I've been managing lodges, I guess.
You
just
what?
Managing fishing lodges.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm working my way up. And now I have this new opportunity that's kind of fallen in my lap of working my way up for the Nakochna Lodge with Scott. I was just up there actually in Alaska for 8 days. Just a couple days ago, they flew me up, and we flew around, and we're trying to figure out our adventure program. It's a first-year lodge. It's really exciting. It's a lot of work, but yeah, it's right on the Nakochna River, and we're just going to offer all sorts of different adventures with heli fat biking, rafting, fishing trips. Soon we're going to be flying in a couple different side-by-sides, do tours like that. We're building a lookout tower for the Northern Lights, and
that sounds pretty cool. That Northern Light thing
so
sounds
excited.
like it's going to be
cool. And we found there's two different, the Tal Lodge is also another lodge we're going to be working with, where you can stay with us for a couple days, and we can fly over and stay there for a couple days in one package, which is really exciting to be able to experience two different areas, different rivers, and in the same package. It's kind of unheard of. But the route in is like a 20-minute helicopter flight, but we found a different route to get there through all these glaciers, and it's stunning. And that'll be, instead of the 20-minute flight, it'll be like an hour scenic flight. But like there's the Kachatna spires that come right through there that are absolutely beautiful. You can see Denali, and we can take you to Denali from there, but the spires are right in our yard, and it's absolutely stunning.
Awesome. So you're going to be up there this
Yeah,
summer?
I think I'm moving up, and yeah, so we'll see. But yeah,
Awesome.
a lot of, yeah.
Are you going to Belize this winter?
I'm not. I'm skipping this year, which makes me sad because that feels like my second home now, because we spend like 2 months a year there.
Talk about the special we're running on that.
So the special, I was running it, trying to get people to maybe do it as a Valentine's Day gift, because they offer a couples package there, which is awesome, where you get 3 different days flat fishing. You get another half day. You can flat fish as well, or you can go snorkeling, and then you get 2 60-minute massages. That place is great. It's in San Pedro. So you fly into Belize City, and then you hop on another flight right there. It's a 15-minute flight, or you can get a taxi, water taxi, and it's about an hour there. And then if you fly in, it's about a 4-minute golf cart ride to the lodge. Same thing. That one's right on the water, and it comes with, they have kayaks you can take. We would kayak in the evening and go fish off those. Paddle boards, you can walk the pier and fish right from there. But it's really fun because it comes with golf carts. After dinner, you can hop in the golf cart and ride into town. It's a big tourist destination, and you can ride into town and then go experience all the nightlife, and it's an absolute blast. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that sounds fun. I'd like to take
you
Tara
guys
on
should
that.
go. But I love your wife, so if she's going, I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
next year. Yeah, sounds good. All right, so you're going in Alaska in April. Then how long are you going to be there?
You know, our goal is in the spring, early summer, is just getting our trails cut in for the, the fat bikes or the 4-wheelers, or kind of our routes of how we're going to do things, get all the trail systems cut in, and then hopefully have some guests. It's more going to be friends and family package in the beginning. I just need bodies there. I want people experiencing it. I want my guides to be dialed. I want everything to be dialed before I have an actual guest, because I'm not going to sell something or have a guest there and have it be half-assed, really, or not everything dialed. So my goal is to have the lodge be a year-round lodge. So hopefully we'll be up and running for next winter for the Northern Lights tours and the cross-country skiing and heli skiing. So
awesome. Yeah. That sounds great. What else do we need to cover? Have we covered everything?
Well, I have a question. Our slogan is "Live like you mean it." Do you know where that comes from?
No. Well, I do. Patrick actually was always using it as a tagline or a hashtag on his Instagram posts, and that's where I kind of got it. It's like, that's awesome. But I'm assuming it came from
our. So when him and I met, when he was like interviewing with you, I was living in Florida, and I took a guide job in Alaska, and he was in Alaska and going to be in Montana for a bear hunt. And we purely were just talking about fishing. And I drove from Florida to Idaho, and Patrick and I had continued talking, and I was like, hey, if I stop in Idaho and buy an RV, will you drive to Alaska with me? Because I knew that he'd done the drive plenty of times. I wanted pretty much someone to keep me safe and pay for half my gas, So I bought this giant old RV, which absolutely makes me laugh now. What was I doing? But yeah, I picked him up in Whitefish, Montana with his bow, and he hopped in, and we drove all the way to Fairbanks. And we were fishing the Chena River, and we saw this original Suburban, blue original old Suburban with a chimney and a wood. Yeah, we had a fire going in there. And Patrick was like, we got to go see what this is about. So we went over there, and we ended up talking with this guy, River Mike, coolest guy ever. He was an actor in White Fang. He did the Iditarod. He squatted in the Alaskan mountains for years until he had to shoot a bear because it was attacking him, and he got kicked out. So he was living in his Suburban with the wood stove. But we spent a couple days with him, but he kept telling us, you guys, you got to live like you mean it. He said it to us. I mean, that was his thing. He would just keep telling us that because he was sick with cancer, so he knew it was the end of his life. And he had a really cool life. So he was really instilling it in us of like, do your thing. So I actually get tattooed on the inside of my arm, so it's funny.
Do you really?
Full circle to be working here, and that's our son. Yeah.
Wow. Pretty sure I got it from one of his hashtags.
Yep. He'd always.
Pretty sure. I never knew the story though.
So it's funny.
Love that. You should have told me that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, I should. Maybe Tuesday at our next meeting, I'll tell the staff.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Okay. Well, ready to
let's
draw a
make
winner?
someone's day right now.
Okay.
I hope they answer.
Me too. All right. So I'm using Grok here. Give us a random number between, that's our ticket numbers. All right. 1428 is the number. I'll write that down. I'm going to search for 1428. They did leave a number. All right. The winner is Seth Sales. Give him a call. Hello. Is this Seth?
Yes.
Hey, this is Cory Glauner from Outdoors International. I'm just calling to let you know that you won a sail fishing trip.
No way.
Yep, you won. Lacey and I just did a podcast and drew your number just a few seconds ago.
Well, that's finally some good news.
You're welcome. Has it been a rough day?
Yeah, I'm the ICU right now. So.
No.
Yeah, but good to hear that, I guess.
Man, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, but no, that's good to hear. So what do I need to do?
I'm probably going to have Lacey call you. Maybe what would be a good time?
I guess since the gun's done all the other, I guess I'm still available tonight.
Okay. Want her to, sounds like you're pretty, today might not be good. Want to try tomorrow?
It'll be the same tomorrow, but anytime we ask it, we seem sort good after 5 o'clock. After 6.
Okay. Sounds good. Lacey, is your number an Idaho number? It'll be a 208 number. It's a trip for two. Ixtapa, Mexico, sailfish, roosterfish, Prado. We're throwing in $500 for travel expenses. Congratulations. I'll let you get back to your family. Sounds like.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Hopefully we made your day.
Yeah, she did. So.
Okay. Yep. You're welcome. All right. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye-bye.
That's
tough. That got me right in the feels.
Yeah, no
I'm happy
kidding.
you got it.
I am too. Me too. Okay, well, I'll send you his information, Lacey, and let me know if I can help with anything. Sounds good. Well, thanks for doing it. We'll have to do another one.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. See ya.
Talk to you later. See ya.